The next one is Damien Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight. The predictions for this. Okay, story going into this. Drew and Damien has had quite a few run-ins with each other over the last year. Last year at WrestleMania, it was Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. In the match, Drew McIntyre winded up defeating Seth Rollins, becoming world champion, went out to gloat against CM Punk because at the time Drew McIntyre was fixated on CM Punk. CM Punk winded up tripping up Drew McIntyre, beating him up, and then comes out Damien Priest, who was Mr. Money in the Bank at the time, and Damien cashes in on Drew McIntyre to win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Throughout the year, Damien Priest has cost Drew McIntyre multiple opportunities. He even costed him when Drew McIntyre was Mr. Money in the Bank and his cash in. Alright, so this is like the story going into it. Even at Elimination Chamber, I believe it was Damien Priest who ended up eliminating Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre has this hatred for Damien because he believes every time he's, at the top of the mountain, Damien Priest is there to drag him down. Right? I mean, it's a pretty solid story going into it to piece this one together. Although I believe that Drew McIntyre should be in a more prominent match at WrestleMania. But to get this out the way and hopefully come out this match, Drew can move on to more prominent things in his career going into the next season. My prediction for this match is just that Drew McIntyre needs this win to climb back up the card, right? Damien Priest has been pushed on SmackDown real fairly, Um, yeah, I don't know. I think Drew McIntyre definitely, like I said, needs this win. My prediction is for Drew McIntyre to pick up the win here and climb back up the card into the Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. Don't need to see CM Punk and Drew face again just yet. They had the trilogy. Leave them separated for now. Whether Drew McIntyre will be on Raw or SmackDown after the draft, it remains to be seen. If he's on the brand where the World Championship is on, like a Jey Uso, if Jey Uso was champion at the time, I think Drew McIntyre should be in the title picture. There's not really much to say about this match. So let's get into the star ratings. Anticipation going to this match is not high for me personally. These two guys have been going at it in backstage segments and stuff like that. Damien Priest put Drew McIntyre through a car. Them referencing CM Punk with the real glass thing. I mean, it's been okay. It's not one match that I'm really looking forward to. The quality of match, of my anticipation, I'll give it a star. The performance of the match, I think it's going to be a solid match due to it being a street fight and not a normal match. It's a great change of pace for the card, and it allows these guys to brawl around the ring. Maybe they'll go backstage. I don't know. Get some weapons involved and make it a more of a fight rather than a wrestling match. So for that, I'll give it a solid 2. And for the rivalry and story, like I said, it's solid. You know, not one that's been really built up. I believe more people would want Drew McIntyre to be in a match with like a Roman or something to that effect. This match, it is mid card level. So for that, I'll give it a 2, which will round this up for me overall to be a 2-star. I mean, like I said, there is backstory going into this match. Not really an anticipated match on the card, but I believe that these two would deliver a solid match. You know, it's a street fight, so you'll see weapons going through tables and stuff like that. So, I think the crowd could get into it. It depends on whether it stays in the arena or not, which will throw it over the edge for me. So that's been my prediction for this one. Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. This has been I Love Wrestling.